I'm Emily Plon. I'm an engineer at Lacrosse, and I worked on the purpose. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I was going to be an engineer. I remember telling my teachers in middle school that I was going to be an engineer one day. So it was kind of always a path I wanted to go on. My dad was an engineer. I always liked watching him build stuff out of nothing and solve problems, so I really liked that. When I was at school for engineering, I played lacrosse, and then my senior year, I actually got an internship at Lacrosse. It was a really fun time. Everyone in the office plays lacrosse, so it was cool to just talk about the game. And so when this project came along, it was something I was really passionate about because I knew this game, I played this game. I knew that there could be improvements in this game. We're a technology company first, and especially in the women's game, there hadn't really been too much innovation in the last 10 years. You notice athletes trying to do more on the field and have a lot, more moves, better dodges, cradling at different levels, but you could see that the equipment maybe wasn't up to those standards, and it was harder to perform those moves, and it wasn't the athlete, it was the equipment. We knew that the women's lacrosse player wanted a lot more hold in their stick. They wanted to be able to do all these cool dodges, go from low to high and high to low without having to worry about that ball really popping out of the stick. So I think that was kind of our main focus with the Purpose Head, was to really allow good control, good feel, and a quick, accurate shot. So we talked to a lot of athletes, and we kind of identified a few things that we really wanted to hone in on. And the big thing we noticed is that all the bottom rails were really flat. What we decided to do was really solve the problem of how do we make a head that holds the ball right in that sweet spot, and you can feel it there, and you know that it's going to be secure there, and it's going to have a good release. And from there, you go into kind of creating a concept. You see, how do you stay within the rules but push the boundaries to what you want to achieve and what performance you're looking for to really innovate. So once we get a 3D print, we can go and bring it to coaches and players, have them play around with it, tell us what they think of it. We can send it to stringers. We actually sent our head to a really well-known stringer in the lacrosse community, Robin. Her Instagram's Attractive, and she gave us some cool feedback on stringability, what things she looks for in a head when she's stringing. And so that really allows us to kind of dial in the product, and from there we can modify it in the computer and then print out another one overnight and test that as well, and continue just to get feedback and refine the design. So with our head, we designed this 15-degree bottom rail. So it's actually angled 15 degrees from that plane. And what that really allows is for the ball to sit here and stay here in that sweet spot. So that really allows you to do some cool dodges. You get a really good feel for the ball being in there. You know it's there, it's not bobbing up and down. It also allows for a quick release and an accurate shot. You don't have to wait for the ball to ramp all the way up to get that shot off. The Dragonfly Purpose is a composite handle. It's got a lot of carbon fiber in it. Carbon fiber is a very high strength to weight ratio. It's stronger than steel, but it's also much lighter than metal. So what that allows us to do is have a really light handle that is going to perform well against impacts and checks, and it creates a little bit extra whip on your shot, which is really cool. With that, carbon fiber doesn't have a lot of thermal conductivity, so being really cold here in the Midwest, it was always really important that you could be able to have that good feel on your stick and not have to worry about your hands just being numb. You could have a really good product, but if you have a bad pocket, it can definitely ruin your game. So we teamed up with Silent Strings. They do a lot of D1, NCAA colleges they string for. And we thought it was really important to have it here in the US by stringers that have played the game, know the importance of the performance of the pocket, and can really get in there consistently. We wanted a stick that you could buy right off the shelf and play with it. I think that's something we don't really see too much in the marketplace, and it was something that was really important to us. With the Purpose, going in there, you definitely have a lot of testing, being able to get numbers and analytics around, all right, this is actually working. This is actually an innovation that you can see with data. And I think it's going to help players perform a lot better out on the field.